Hey guys, welcome back to a new video of the Stand Up Business Talk Show. Today, today we're running back to more wrestling stuff, having basically weekly wrestling videos on Raw and SmackDown and NXT and AEW as well. We're going to be gearing back to doing that. But today we're going to be talking about Backlash, some theories I have, basically my view and what I thought about the pay-per-view Backlash. So yeah, we're going to get right into it. But yeah, first and foremost, the first match at Backlash was the Fatal 4-Way match for the United States Championship. And a lot happened in this match. It was a very good match, especially a great match to kick off Backlash with. It was Damian Priest, LA Knight, Drew McIntyre, and the champion Jacob Fatu, which Jacob Fatu is on a different level, on a run like no other. Like, he deserves that championship because he's put in the work. Like, to seeing where he was in jail to where he is now is absolutely crazy, and it's so inspiring. Like, he went to jail to being a champion, United States champion. So inspiring stuff. And not that long ago, I saw a video with him praying, and like that's a changed man right there. Jacob Fatu for sure. He's a changed man. But anyway, back to the match. As I said, I thought it was an excellent match. I definitely didn't think there were going to be any title changes in this. But the first thing to note, I don't know really the status or how he's feeling, but Drew McIntyre last night at Backlash, they had this one moment. Damian Priest choke slams South of Heaven, whatever you want to call it, through the table up top from like the equipment boxes or whatever you want to call it, through the table, but his head, Drew McIntyre's head hits the floor from like maybe 5 feet in the air, maybe probably a little bit more than that, but dude, still, it was a heck of a fall, right on his head too. I don't know his status. He's gotta have a concussion. But yeah, man. Prayers to Drew McIntyre. Hope he's gonna be better soon. I don't expect him to be gone very long, but just depending on what his status is and what the doctors say, I think it's just a concussion, but there's a chance it could be something more serious. But yeah, so that happened in that match. But this is like, come on, missed the table. Out, he hit his head on the floor. But yeah, Drew McIntyre just looked like he was going to be promised a title match sooner or later, maybe against Cena or Jay. But man, it just sucks to see wrestlers get hurt, especially good ones like Drew. But it is what it is. I'm sure he'll be back in no time. But yeah, again, hopefully Drew McIntyre will have a speedy recovery, because I'm sure he's gonna deal with the injury. Something. There's no way that you come out of fall hitting the floor, back of head on the floor, and come back next week, and wrestle anyway. But yeah, I thought it was a great match. The match morally, unfortunately, what happened to Drew. Then, getting some more interesting stuff here. We got the debut of Jeff Cobb. Now, a lot of people don't know who is this guy. I don't think he's related to the bloodline in any way. I could be wrong about that, but I do not think he is related to any of the Bloodline members at all. But I think it's a great addition. I think it's a great addition because Solo, Jeff Cobb, is basically the new Jacob Fatu right now. Like, and Jeff Cobb, he wrestled in AEW for a little bit. I don't know if you guys remember that. He wrestled in New Japan, Ring of Honor, all those places. He's wrestled all over the globe, man. Wrestled Japan. He's a former IWGP champion and tag team champion as well. But man, Jeff Cobb is a stud in the ring. I'm telling you, I cannot wait to see his first match. I never really actually seen a match with him before. I've seen a couple clips and stuff like that, but I've never seen him wrestle. But I'm excited for that because it's probably going to come soon. But yeah, and of course, towards the end of the match, Solo and Jeff Cobb interfere in Jacob Fatu's match and helps out Jacob Fatu. But you could definitely tell Jacob Fatu did not think that was going to happen at all. He had no clue that was about to go down. Which is why, and of course, yeah, Jacob Fatu retained the title. Which is why I think definitely everyone thinks this, we are now building to Solo Sikoa versus Jacob Fatu at SummerSlam. The build is starting to start right then. Ever since Solo left and lost a match against Roman Reigns, it's been different between them two. But I'm telling you, Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa will be a great match in a great rivalry. Everyone's saying the Bloodline's over. Bloodline's done. This is not over, guys. It's not over because we still got the Bloodline members in there. And, man. But yeah, SummerSlam, I do believe we will see the match between Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu for the United States Championship. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe Jacob loses it around the time. But I think it'll be for the U.S. title. But we'll see. But yeah. We has not seen Solo Sikoa really be who he was at one point. Like, we had several people that have been like the right-hand man. We had Jey Uso. Jey Uso is now the World Heavyweight Champion. Of course, Roman Reigns started all this. One of the best champions there has ever been. One of the best title reigns there's ever been. But man, yeah, to Jay and Jimmy. Jimmy's doing a little bit better now. But he's done excellent work on the mic. And in ring, he's a good wrestler. He's a good overall WWE guy. WWE superstar. I really like Jimmy. I like Big Jim. Big bruh. But yeah. Like I was saying, like, there's been several right-hand mans. You look to Jay. Look to Solo. Jacob. And now to Jeff Cobb. Every single one of them has had great success coming out of that situation of being the right-hand man to Solo or Roman. It's been phenomenal. I honestly can't wait to see. I'm sure Jeff Cobb and Jacob Fatu will also face against each other. They used to. They had one match way back. Not maybe that long ago, but back when the indie scene, I do believe they fought on the indies, which is pretty cool. But we're definitely going to get that as well. But yeah, Jacob Fatu, Solo Sikoa, SummerSlam for the U.S. title. But now we're going to roll into the next match, which I believe, was Lyra Valkyria versus Becky Lynch. Excellent match. One of my favorite matches of the night. I mean, Becky Lynch. There are a lot of people been calling her Becky Hogan just because they thought, oh, she's going to hog the spotlight. But we didn't see that. We saw Lyra Valkyria go from here to here. She went up the ladder. She improved so much from this month, from this rivalry. Like, ever since Becky attacked her, I was like, oh, this is the plan we're going to do to elevate Lyra Valkyria. I'm like, I like this. And I like Lyra as champion. I really do. I like this fiery side of her, too. Like, the promo she was hitting. I mean, she was aggressive more than she has been in the past. But dude, it was a heck of a match. Like, again, one of my favorite matches of the night. The only women's match that was for the championship. A championship women's match. But of course, Lyra would retain. I think Lyra Valkyria is going to be, they're pushing her to be the next star. I wouldn't be surprised in the near future, maybe 2 years from now, she'll be world champion. I think she's going to have a little run with the Intercontinental Championship for a little while. But I also do think the chance, maybe next pay-per-view or SummerSlam, Becky takes the title off Lyra and has a little reign with it. Has a great title run with it. But yeah, I do think at some point Becky is going to take the title from Lyra. I just think this rivalry is going to benefit Lyra Valkyria to be a future star in the company. And I love it. I absolutely love this. But another thing to add, also, Becky Lynch definitely attacked her. I don't know if she actually broke her nose or it's just story based, but that happened as well. Lyra Valkyria broke her nose, either storyline or real life. I do not know. But also, I think this is definitely story based, but injured her shoulder because Becky put the disarmor on her. But in that moment, it was like, is Bayley going to return? Which got me wondering, what are we doing with Bayley now? Is she just left WWE possibly, or is she just off the story for a bit? Because I really think the plan was that Bayley maybe wins the tag team championships with her, or they just lost them, and then Becky returned the Raw after Mania. I think WWE is done with Bayley. I really do think Bayley is probably going to go to most likely AEW, and I think she'll be a great star there. The Mercedes Moné and Bayley, great friends in the business, but also great rivals. But yeah, I feel like that would be a great feud between them two. If she goes to AEW or not, that's up in the air. I know she's had a little bit of beef with WWE recently, but we'll see what's going on with that. All that good stuff. But I do think there is a possibility. I think Bayley is done in WWE. I think she just got written off the storyline, kind of like what they did with Braun Breaker and Ricochet. Yeah, because they just said, "Oh, this person attacked you. Becky Lynch attacked you." Just saying it off the bit, which we probably already figured that anyway. So yeah, but yeah, and then I think what match was next? So it was Dominic Mysterio versus Penta. which was a great. I thought it was a good match as well. Um, Parts of it were great. Penta, honestly, he's a phenomenal in the ring. Great signing from WWE. But these guys from AEW to WWE has been awesome, and he's been the one to start it all. Awesome stuff. Penta did not win. Dom did retain, but I expected that. I thought that was just most likely to change hands. I didn't think any other titles were going to change hands, except for that one and maybe Becky as well. But yeah, I do believe Dominic is going to get a good title reign for a little bit. And of course, how Penta lost is good because he didn't lose fairly. He lost by cheap because of El Grande Americano. Not Chad Gable. It's El Grande Americano. Get it right, kids. Get it right, y'all. But sounds like a Starbucks order right now. But yeah, obviously El Grande Americano got involved in the match that Penta lost. He's been putting something in his mask and headbutting people. That's been his thing recently. But yeah, I think obviously they're going to run with this story. Maybe Penta and Rey Fenix partner together again. Maybe that's what we're leaning to, which I think that'll be awesome. Because the SmackDown Tag Team division is so good, but the Raw side has been a little disappointing. I thought Nathan Frazier and Axiom would go to Raw because I thought they need more teams on there than they do on SmackDown. SmackDown Tag Team division is stacked, in my opinion. Even more stacked with Fraxium. But yeah, I think they could use another tag team on Raw. They got the Viking Raiders, got the New Day, American made, but I think they just need more teams that can compete with the New Day, in my opinion. But yeah, I think also Judgment Day story that's going on. Boy, I think it's gonna come time. Finn Balor is just gonna be like done with Judgment Day. That moment is coming. It is coming. He kind of teased it in the match when he stalled to hit Penta when the ref wasn't looking. But yeah, I didn't think it was major, but obviously it was something. It was something. Finn Balor is going to, or Judgment Day will do what they did to Edge and betray him. But I do have a theory of what's going to happen. Now, they are facing on Raw tomorrow. But I do have a theory that Finn Balor and AJ Styles are going to reunite Bullet Club to rival with Judgment Day. I think it just makes sense. They had an interaction. They did have an interaction earlier last week on Raw. They did have that. I think it was something there. Because, let me remind you, I don't know if the Judgment Day will be heels or AJ and Finn will be heels. But I do think, just because Karrion Kross and this whole deal, everyone Karrion Kross has talked to has turned heel. So far. So, watch out for it. AJ Styles aligning with Finn Balor makes a lot of sense. If you had the chance to bring back Bullet Club, wow. And you can add Shinsuke Nakamura in the mix because he's not doing nothing right now. He didn't get released. He didn't get nothing. He's just sitting at home doing nothing right now. Just imagine that trio. Bringing back Bullet Club, I think there is a strong chance of this happening. And I would love to see it as well. I just think it'll be a great, great move. I think it's going to be a great move. I see it happening. I know they're facing on Raw, but I don't think it's going to change anything. I do see maybe Judgment Day ruining his match, but I do see Finn Balor betrays Judgment Day and aligns himself with AJ Styles and Nakamura, reuniting Bullet Club, which would be too sweet, to be honest with you. Maybe they bring back Gallows and Anderson. I haven't seen them in a while. I don't think they're in AEW, TNA, or any promotion right now. But yeah, I think it'll be fired and to have this happen. I think it'll be amazing to see, because we never had Bullet Club in WWE. I think they have a great shot at having this happen. Awesome stuff here. So yeah, be on the lookout for this. Be on the watch, because I think it's gonna happen. Well, yeah. Then we had Pat McAfee versus Gunther. They had a great match as well. Pat McAfee, you gotta realize he got great shape, by the way, for this match for a commentator. I thought he put on a good match against Gunther. But yeah, Pat had a great match against him. I thought this match could end like 10 times. They had 10 different scenarios to end this match, and Gunther kicked out, or Pat kicked out. It was awesome. But yeah, I get there is some beef with this match, just because of what happened after. Gunther was done with the match. Gunther put Pat to sleep, and Gunther stood up and shook his hand. Is Gunther face now? Is this where we're going with this? But I don't think it's, because Gunther as a heel, man, is so good. So good. But I was like, if Pat really makes Gunther tap out again, twice in a row, I was about to go berserk, because that would just ruin his character. I love what they did with Gunther. Right as he lost his title, he gets right into things. Gets his monster character going. But I also think that Gunther's just playing along. Gunther's just playing along with Pat McAfee and Michael Cole. Because Michael Cole is still probably going to be a little pissed about this. Because obviously he was. It's hard to forgive someone when they do you wrong, of course. But like, I'm telling you guys, yeah. I still don't think this is over. I don't think this story is over. I think Gunther is toying with their heads right now. Because I think they did this. Gunther obviously did it, so I'm going to make you shut up. First off. But yeah. And a lot of people were saying no Goldberg. We didn't see Goldberg. I think it's going to happen though. I think they're waiting for maybe SummerSlam to do it. For Goldberg's return. Not their match at SummerSlam. I think he returns maybe at Money in the Bank or something, or random Raw. But yeah. Goldberg. There could be potential to have that match. They had that little interaction back when, I think it was around Bad Blood. But because Goldberg is promised one more match, one final match, just like Cena has his last year. But I also think there's another idea here with the story. I don't know if they're going to change a few things just because we're going to change Gunther face now. I don't know what their plans are. I don't know if he's face or just shook their hands out of respect or he's just toying with them. I can't say that. We're going to find out on Raw. But there could be another chance that Brock Lesnar, I don't know his allegations, I don't know his relationship with WWE right now. Obviously, it's up in the air. But I think if they could bring back Brock, they might do that as well. There's a shot. There's also a shot that Brock could come back to fight John Cena, which I think possibly would happen if they brought him back. But also, I think there's a chance he could face Gunther as well, because that's been a dream match for a while now. And let me remind you, Brock Lesnar's not getting any younger either. But yeah, I think there's a shot Brock Lesnar comes back so he can face Gunther. Probably John Cena though. But yeah. Also, overall, great match. Pat McAfee versus Gunther. Not a big fan of what happened after. But there it is. Anyway, with the next match was the main event. Randy Orton, John Cena, man. Talk about nostalgia. Nostalgia. Bringing me back to my childhood. So awesome. Like, it made me smile. Makes you think of old times when you turned it on back in the day. Or playing old WWE games. Orton versus Cena is the rivalry of the 2020s. The 2000s and 2020s. They had great matches. You could tell how good chemistry they have in the ring. They have phenomenal chemistry. Yes, this was the battle of finishers, but they still put on a good match. Like Cena, no offense to him, but he can't put on good matches like he used to. He can, but he can't like he used to. Randy Orton can still. But dude, you can just tell how much good chemistry they have with each other. It's amazing to see. Man. But great match. Had added to the judgment. Turned into an RKO. So awesome. So, like, that's just chef's kiss right there. But of course, one of the bizarre endings I've seen. Randy Orton's about to punt John Cena in the skull. With 5 referees somewhere around along with that. And I was like, they brought the security team out there. I get they're trying to check on the ref, but I don't think that has ever happened before. I don't think that's ever happened where a whole security team comes down to the ring during a match. And Randy Orton RKOs all of them. So great. So great. But then again, Randy Orton's about to punt John Cena. And there's R-Truth. R-Truth's saving his childhood hero, even though he's 50. He's trying to save John Cena. Gets in the way of the punt. Randy's trying to get him out the way. He gets RKO'd, of course. And then Cena picks up the victory by the distraction from R-Truth. And we all know what happens. Cena wins, does his little promo stick. Then you have the press conference where Cena goes off on R-Truth. And they're going to probably face at Saturday night's main event. It's been rumored to happen, so honestly pretty cool because of the whole history between them. They used to feud back in the day when R-Truth was a heel. think it was Capital Punishment. I believe that's when they had that match. But R-Truth's not winning. But all good to R-Truth because he deserves a title match. This man deserves one for all the years that he's done in WWE. It's been phenomenal stuff. Phenomenal stuff. I love it. Love WWE, man. There's something else to see here. I think John Cena is starting to be like, what am I doing right now? I really feel like he is thinking, what am I doing? Why am I selling my soul to The Rock?